What if I told you that some of the biggest World Cup moments in history were created by players most people thought were already too old? While clubs chased young superstars, a handful of football veterans proved that experience could be just as dangerous as speed. These 40-year-olds didn't just survive at the World Cup, they changed it forever.
In modern football, turning 30 is often seen as the beginning of the end. By 35, many players retire or move to less competitive leagues. But the FIFA World Cup has produced a different kind of legend, players who refused to let age decide their future.
These football icons rewrote history, broke records, and inspired millions by competing against athletes almost half their age. Their performances changed the way fans, coaches, and even FIFA viewed older players.
One of the greatest examples is legendary goalkeeper Essam El Hadary. At the 2018 FIFA World Cup, he became the oldest player ever to appear in a World Cup match at 45 years and 161 days. Even more impressively, he saved a penalty in his final World Cup game. That wasn't just a record, it was proof that experience could compete with youth.
So how did 40-year-olds break the World Cup? Let's find out. For decades, football was considered a young man's game. Speed, stamina, and quick reaction seemed impossible to maintain after the age of 40. But then came players who completely challenged that belief.
Then there's Roger Milla. At the 1994 World Cup, he scored a goal at the age of 42, becoming the oldest goal scorer in World Cup history. His famous celebrations near the corner flag became one of football's most unforgettable images. Goalkeepers have often enjoyed longer careers because their game relies more on positioning, decision-making, and leadership than pure speed. But even outfield players have shown that with modern training, nutrition, and recovery, age is becoming less of a limitation than ever before.
Today, sports science has completely transformed football. Players follow personalized diets, advanced fitness programs, detailed recovery routines, and cutting-edge medical care. Careers that once ended in the early 30s are now lasting well into the late 30s and sometimes beyond. This change has influenced clubs and national teams around the world. Coaches no longer judge players by age alone. Instead, they focus on fitness, consistency, and performance.
Did you know that the oldest World Cup player and the oldest World Cup goal scorer are two different legends? Essam El Hadary holds the record for the oldest player to appear in a World Cup match. Roger Milla still holds the record as the oldest player ever to score in a World Cup.
These achievements have stood for years, showing just how extraordinary these football icons were. With improvements in sports science and player fitness, many fans now wonder whether another player over 40 could break these records in future World Cups.
These veterans changed more than record books. They changed how football sees aging. Young players learned that discipline and professionalism can extend a career. Coaches became more willing to trust experienced leaders in major tournaments. Fans realized that passion and intelligence can sometimes defeat pure athleticism. The World Cup became proof that greatness isn't measured by age. It's measured by performance when the biggest stage is watching.
The next time you watch the FIFA World Cup, don't only focus on the youngest wonder kids. Keep an eye on the veterans. Because history has already shown that when experienced players step onto football's biggest stage, they don't just play the game. Sometimes they rewrite it.
If you enjoyed this football story and want more fascinating World Cup history, hidden facts, and legendary moments, subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications. The next football mystery is coming soon.